erupts as Zen bumps Radostin into the shot, off the post. But my oh my, are they thankful that Alpha's sitting in the back.
He'll take the team pull shot, or the pull pass, I guess. And now 20 seconds for Vitality. Zen, aggressive kickoff, but he couldn't win the 50. Exotic like double back to Vakira. Almost worked out. Radostin's got to be careful.
Hit the brakes yet again on the goal line. And this time Carmine don't have the insurance. They led by 2 for so long. Does that defense retain that composure?
Another one for K-Corp on the ground. They win game 2. Vitality not gonna give up just yet.
Still up in the air.
Enough of it. Zen so fast to the ball, but he loses to Vatira. Radostin pops it up. Next up is Zen. Keeping that ball up on the 0-second drill. Itachi kills it. We got a tie game.
This is what we expected. The rivalry between the Blue Wall and the Golden Hornets. Back and forth. Carmine steal a game back. They had insurance. They let up a little bit at the end, but ultimately it's not gonna matter.
There's almost zero space on the pitch right now, Turtle. Everyone's trying to catch, trying to make a couple of moves. Exotic had that big play, and Exotic, he's been the one collecting those goals. Vatira getting top honors with all of those saves at the end after Vitality finally put pressure on.
Yeah, and this just shows the versatility of Vatira in my opinion. I'm looking at this game, it was so defensive from Vati by himself on the defense. This man was alone, he'd go for a dribble, had several moments where he could have panicked, lost possession, lost a 50-50, but he held strong, and that is almost impossible against the 3-headed dragon that is Vitality.
Carmine Corp, think about their journey here, and think about their series against complexity. Started off a little slow. They weren't as willing to challenge the ball. They weren't meeting complexity at the punch. Then after game 2, something flipped. And after that, it was lights out for Carmine Corp in their next 2 series. Their journey here against Vitality. They tied things up quickly. They held Vitality to 1 in game 1. They didn't let them completely pile it on. And now they've taken control.
Important to find flow state as early as possible against the reigning major champs. Team Vitality, it looked a little bit shaky in that last game. Zen a couple of chances, Itachi slow passed out across the box, and it's a booming clear down the other side. Vatira can't catch up.
You got caught too far forward, but you didn't expect the zoom from Zen. Pitch right through the net.
And he has redeemed himself. Think back to that previous whiff behind the ball in game number 2 to start out game 3, getting the first goal. It's a pitch across the field. That's got to feel good.
Also tells you how tough it is to find those passes in this series, that you feel the need to jump the route early, and you can't wait for the play to develop, because if you do, the ball's going to be behind you and into your net. Now look, Exotic forward, trying to find the bump with Zen. He reads everybody.
No way, no way.
Oh, what a save, but still popped up in the box. Exotic is there in time, again cutting off Vitality's rotation.
But denying Zen in the air. He dodged the demo in his own half. And was able to air dribble it all the way to the other side. This man has started several plays in front of his box. Carmine Corp on the offensive.
Vitality looking for a way out. They all gotta wait for Exotic. Radostin planted on the wall. He's got the first touch. Itachi next catch, quick flip, and he's got that 50. Love this approach from Itachi. On the reset, Itachi!
Radostin?
No, he missed the ball! Vatira completely whiffed!
Did he expect Radostin to get a touch? It's still a disaster in front of the net, but they get out. Team Vitality still in the lead.
Not a lot of boost. Vatira freezes everybody on Vitality. You saw that little wave dash to chip them, but Vitality still get the clear. It's over their heads! And they shoot again! Zen, another touch, but nobody's there for the rotation. Alpha has to play it back to the corner.
Nobody can hit the shot. The pressure here for both sides. Wide open opportunities. 2 mistakes. Vitality remain in the lead, but here comes Exotic.
Can understand the nerves. We've never had a crowd this into both teams. It's truly divided here in the stadium.
And all 6 players have never been in a World Championship semi-final matchup. The pressure, unlike no other.
Both teams with so much to prove.
Oh, that's not a good touch.
They gotta let their gameplay do it.
Scary stuff from Radostin. He's the player who backflipped on the goal line. I think that might have been what caught him off. Matera, where's the touch? Still finding a way to get the save.
How does Matera end up getting a touch anyway? Karmine Corp, though, they can't get the clear. Radosa's just sitting downfield. Exotic, no chance at it. Itachi, a soft touch again. Oh, Itachi trying to drill this Karmine Corp team forward with these soft touches.
It's muddy on the field, a grueling match for both sides. The defenses have been all over the place, and Matera, that shot not on target. It would have hit the crossbar. Alpha has it covered regardless.
Oh, great follow-up, but the shot!
There it is! Exotic, able to put the Band-Aid over the wound, finds the angle, hits the shot.
Beautiful shot from Exotic. A messy game 3, but one they finally tie it up on.
And after all the mistakes, all the sloppiness from both teams, to strike after all the chaos is over, you've got the momentum. This is Karmine Corp's game.
Hard clear to Zen. Zen with the catch, he's only got 3 boosts. No chance at it. Rebound, back to Alpha. Too hard of a catch. Itachi takes him out. Radosa next up. But Exotic's planted on the backboard. No one's gonna get through.
The tough corner play, Exotic. Better 50-50s from KC. These guys have been doing it all series long. Back into the midfield, Alpha. Nice read, and he's looking for Zen.
He's not gonna find him. Exotic. He's got the shot! Oh, off the bar, so close! It's been literal centimeters for both of these teams. It's hit off the bar, off the inside of the post, but it keeps bouncing out. Radosa, the soft touch, Itachi's just diving forward, trying to force the ball out. Exotic finally gets another touch.
Pixels away from both sides on finding the goal that changes up this scoreline. Alpha 54 behind the ball. Needed a better 50-50. Vitality had been flat, but the last 60 seconds, do they come alive?
10 trying to force it out. Shot!
Radosin! The clutch shot from the right side over both goalkeepers. Team Vitality retake the lead.
This time he finds the mark perfectly.
There's still some time, Jorby. 60 seconds for KC.
Tension builds now. Vitality. They get some insurance. 10 can't beat it against Exotic. Alpha next up against Matera. He wins it once. That touch not gonna do it though. Itachi flings it out to the side. Vitality matching the rotation perfectly. Radosa blocking the clear out. Does he get another one? No. K-Corp running out of time here. Diving the route, but they missed the ball. Radosa is trying to be a threat. Another booming clear for K-Corp.
This is the opportunity for KC off that clear. 2 players missed from Team Vitality. Not the best front touch from Itachi. Wondering what happened there. And they're still on the offensive with Kira. He fakes the shot, leaves it for the third man. It comes through, but it's saved.
Way too weak. Easy for Alpha. Itachi diving from the opposite side. Somehow gets a touch back on net, but Zen takes it all away. Vitality of Hagel hung on to the lead. Zen avoiding a bump, avoids 2. Time is gone now. K-Corp got to do it in the air. Exotic, first touch, denied. Vitality take the lead in the series.
They take a punch back at the blue wall. And it all came down to who could find that shot, the execution. You can't deny the opportunities that were created from both teams. But when it came down to striking, that's where the difference was made for Team Vitality.
Sufera pumping his team up. You see him extremely energetic behind his team's line, and K-Corp are taking a timeout. And honestly, after how messy that game was, I don't blame him.
I mean, as we look at the Mobile 1 High Performance replay, it was sloppy. It was grueling on that field. Getting a bit gory there too. 50-50s, physical plays, and to lose a game like that, of course you're gonna take a timeout. We get one for Karmine Corp. And if we think all the way back to Jorby, with their previous matchup, these timeouts were crucial. KC able to win their game after the timeout, as well as Team Vitality.
I love having drums at this event.
It's so good.
And and the chants,
It's so
everything. What an atmosphere.
This is by far the craziest crowd that Rocket League has ever seen. And to play in front of that, I mean, how would you even describe the emotions under that pressure?
You can understand why it's been such a mess. All eyes on the prize right there. Everything that these teams are playing for. That trophy, that prize, these fans.
I still think that this is going to be another even matchup. And I absolutely expect KC to take back another game. And I think this is going to hit new records for sure. We're one away.
Come on! Almost. We're underway here in game number 4. Both teams are trying to clean up their act a little bit. And K-Corp's gonna throw the big double, but denied by Zen.
Exotic. Hello. Welcome to game number 4. Would have been ridiculous. And the mechanics flowing on the side of KC after taking that time out. The nerves under control. You had 60 extra seconds to calm down. And it's working out.
Slow down for a moment. Batira sizing up this Vitality rotation. Pass off the corner for Vitality. No bump that time.
Looks like there was a little bit of contact. Regardless, Exotic's car made it feel. Itachi to the midfield, but Vatira's hanging so far back. The second man doesn't want to take the risk.
Because Rhodosi's sitting there on the wall, and he's gotten that clear every single time. You don't want to overcommit the last time. Remember that pinch from Zen earlier on? Now Vatira almost got it out. Granted, Vatira couldn't have expected that pinch from the previous game. But still, those little things, they're gonna force you to make different decisions in these tight moments. Rhodosy coming across. Vatira trying to find a way out. There's a good 50 follow-up from Itachi. Alpha somehow steals the ball away. And Vitality
Position.
on offense. Zen
The
on
speed.
target, but way too easy for Exotic.
Way too easy for Exotic. Perfect position on the goal line. Needs an even easier clear. Zen doesn't find the touch. There's been a couple of mechanical issues on the side of Vitality. Might be the nerves. The semi-final. This is everything for this team and everything for KC.
Itachi! Marksman on the net! Perfect shot! And Carmi Corp answer!
It's their turn to take a game off of this series. Start out swinging. Good kickoff, Vatira behind the ball. Rhodosy.
Oh!
Not the best 50-50, and it's gonna slot in.
On the ground, the low 50! And there he is, the MVP!
Bullies his way through the defense. Amazing kickoff. What you needed to see from KC. And here it is again, back into the hands of Vatira. These guys, every kickoff gone their way. Vatira again!
Electric goal from Vatira on the kickoff! Statement game from Carmi Corp in game 4!
3-0. Team Vitality getting bruised in game number 4.
We haven't said Zen's name a lot. In some minutes, Turtle, he's been shut down by Carmi Corp in the last couple of minutes. Vitality, a way out again. Can they find it?
Feels like we haven't said any of their names in quite some time. Rhodosy was the main star for Team Vitality, I'd say, to get those first 2 wins. Clutch, crucial, and critical in those moments. But how about Itachi? Second man behind the ball.
Whoa.
And that's a good 50-50, straight to the other side.
K-Corp don't want to see that kind of pitch again go into the net. This time they get the
there
shot.
it is. It's gonna be a long climb back out of that 3-0 loss, but this goal might be the start of it.
Just like that, 2:36 on the clock. We might be in for a shootout. How do Vitality approach the kickoff? They've gotten a couple of good looks. This time neutral. Great demo to respond.
That's the physical play. You're not gonna win the 50s, just try and take out one player. Zen stuffed again. K-Corp have been denying him behind the ball. They know the threat is there, and they're sending the full house to stop it.
Another demo on the back end, this time from Zen. Zen taking everybody out. Itachi the last man. Vatira on the spawn, gets the next touch. Vitality got to work a little harder.
Even whenever both your teammates get demoed, Vatira somehow comes up with the touch. This man has stepped up in game number 4. 2 minutes remaining. Team Vitality got that first goal, but there's 2 needed.
Well, they've done a good job to stabilize for now. They're going to take the space if they can find it. It's come at a premium. Now Alpha shortens up the space real quick.
He can't miss. Radosin behind the ball every single time is finding the answer.
It's a gritty game, Turtle. Shove your car into the ball. Shove your car into the other team. Force that ball out in front. Push it in the net. Vitality aren't giving up. They need one more to tie this up. 2 unanswered now.
They were down by 3. They fought their way back 2 times. Can they get a third?
Oh, Exotic finding Vatira. Vatira on the wave dash, but pop. Zen had him red.
Nice play in the midfield. Vitality looking to carry this ball all the way to the other side.
But Itachi takes it away. Radosin still looking for the edge.
Backboard.
A little space for Vatira. Zen had the pop-up, but Itachi's there again. Radosin, he gets the pass, but Alpha has to wait.
Midfield boost in favor of Vitality. Possession in favor of Vitality. This feels like the 3rd goal.
They can't quite find it yet. Itachi keeps getting in the way. Zen coming across. Again, they can't get by the corner. Vitality will crash the corner, find a way across. Alpha trying for the bump, not gonna work. A pass out, maybe no. Huge clear from Carmine Corp.
They're in the trenches right now.
Whoa!
What is this? What?
Are you kidding me? A disastrous home goal from Zen! Oh!
All of the pressure is on his shoulders. And he own goals, Jorby.
Unreal. And now K-Corp getting shot! And it's too expensive for Vitality!
They have crumbled in game 4. They put in the work to get themselves within 1 goal. And all of that has now fallen down to the floor. Carmine Corp back with a 3-goal lead.
That quieted things down for Vitality real quick. You thought the momentum was in their favor, and then things just flipped so quickly. And now you're talking about a tied series, except for maybe a potential comeback, maybe a potential match point in the future. Zen ain't giving up though. Got a 50, but there's nothing there.
Think about what's at stake. It's a single elimination playoff bracket. You don't have a second chance. This is your season on the line. Everything you've worked for, it all comes down to staying alive in this semifinal to make it to the Grands. Carmine Corp, the 3-goal lead is gonna stand, and they bounce back in game number 4.
You knew there was no way that there was gonna be match point 3-1.
No way.
These 2 teams, 2 French juggernauts? Absolutely not. Vatira picking up a hat trick. Then assisting in that department.
You have to call a timeout. You have to call a timeout.
Absolutely.
I mean, after conceding a goal like that, 100% have to reset. And I'm not getting any call for a timeout, Jordan.
0. Like, 0 offense from Vitality. Only 3 shots on net in that game. That's not gonna get it done. Bumps out the physical game, working to perfection for K-Corp in that game. Dawson tried his best to get them back in it. And then the own goal, we're not gonna see a picture. It's already seen there. But then kept it under 200 points. Carmine Corp has shut him down.
This feels worse than a game where you just get obliterated the entire 5 minutes. To get within 1, Jorby, to smell victory, to get a taste of at least tying up that game, and then to fall short because of your own mistake and not even an opportunity that was created by KC. We're not getting a timeout. Vitality, they don't care about what happened. Get right back into this game.
Farah has decided we play on. The Vitality fans certainly agree. They haven't stopped chanting since the end of the last game.
There's no point in slowing things down, Jorby. You can understand that there were a lot of moments where Vitality looked great. Zen, can he recover? Solo play opportunity. He dribbled it all the way down the other side previously. That's been the bread and butter for Vitality, more specifically Zen.
Couldn't even find the bump on Exotic, who has avoided those attempts from Vitality expertly. Vitality, they're trying to match K-Corp in that physical game. When it comes down to who's going to avoid those bumps, shot too light, too far. Radosin clears it out. K-Corp starting to press already. Radosin sees a way out. Big clear.
Immediately, within the first minute, you've denied Vitality, or excuse me, you've denied... Oh, Zen! Okay, Zen. He's back. He's back, baby.
A big win from Zen here on the 50. Itachi completely lost the ball. K-Corp full faith. Itachi was getting back to that.
I was just about to say they denied Vatira, and they've allowed Zen to throw himself forward. Vitality, they didn't want to take the time out. They've got full confidence in that young prodigy.
K-Corp don't waste any time. Pass gets them in the orange half. Vatira last man back. Radosin forces the 50. Zen seeing the way out.
Forward.
Hard ball. Itachi gets it back out to the backside. Zen cutting it back to the corner. Trying to force it across. Does he find his man? No. Always that last man back for Karmine Corp. Comes back, taking the ball away.
Looks like they've taken the chains off of Zen, letting him flow in this rotation. He got the bump on the third man. There's space in the air for Radosin. Follow-up opportunity. Good 50 out of Alpha 54, and Zen's up again.
Got the first catch. Freezes Exotic. Exotic can't try to touch. Now Radosin with control. Underneath Itachi. Radosin saved by Vatira. Not quite over. Exotic needs a clear.
Itachi gonna find it for him instead. Into the corner of Vitality. Can't get the read on the sidewall. KC, their backs against the wall.
Alpha trying to catch it. Exotic not gonna give him the space. Zen, reset. Zen moving forward. Can't find the follow-up touch.
Back to the midfield. Vatira can't steal boost. Vitality done such a great job of retaining it themselves. The midfield stolen from Radosin. Surely this is gonna be developing play, but what a defensive stance from KC.
Another touch here, downfield, shots too light, Zen. Over to Radosin again, K-Corp crashing it, it's Exotic. So aggressive in this rotation. He will not let Vitality get any free passes. But Vitality, they've hung on to that lead. They're not letting K-Corp build that pressure. They're able to get those clears, and Zen is a monster in the front of the rotation.
It doesn't look like he's in his head at all. It doesn't matter about the own goal. This man continuing forward in every rotation. Bullying Karmine Corp. He's getting demos, stealing boost, being aggressive. That's the role you want him to fit in. And here he is alone on the defensive side. Gives it right back to Exotic. Chance, double tap. Missed.
Zen denied by Vatira. Radosin, got Itachi, got Radosin to bite, but Radosin responds with a nice follow-up. On the stealing, Alpha tries to take it himself, but heavy touch, he can't get back to it.
Every time Vitality get in this half of KC, they're taking boost, stealing so much of the fuel from Karmine, and it means that offense is going to be that much more flat. Here comes Vitality. Alpha 54 through the corner, can't get the read. It's a stalemate.
Radosin, he goes early for the read, and he gets it. Radosin reading him way early. Now Zen, some space.
Reset.
Zen, 2 steps, but not enough. Alpha just sends it. Zen in front on the dunk. Alpha gonna take some boost. Radosin gets deleted on the side. Alpha loses the ball, and K-Corp, they relieve the pressure.
But they keep some possession. Itachi, he hustled to the ball. Got a shot on target. Still denied. Team Vitality stay in the lead.
Itachi protects the retreat, and now K-Corp have refueled. But Radosin, another massive clear.
Oh, that's not on target. There was a slow opening Zen. Looks like KC are fighting fire with fire, getting physical themselves. Big miss in the midfield.
That was a tight one. He tried to read that pass just a little early to get by the defense. Zen on the way, but Itachi keeps denying him.
Radosin, everything is getting denied on both sides. Vatira, flip reset, 50-50 in favor of Alpha. One team, they can't break through.
Oh, Vatira
This could be it then. He's hustling.
He's got the break. He's got a player behind him. He just goes for the boost. Freezes Exotic. Radosin blocks. Zen up in the air. He's got a free ball. Alpha behind him. Itachi gets the free touch now. Exotic coming up. Wifty. No touch. And Radosa gets the ball. A reset. A drop ball. Zen not gonna go. Vatira jumps early. Everyone's getting him to bite on the fake. The mind games are coming into play. No time left for K-Corp. Getting downfield. Exotic. Over the one. Denied. Both come in. Open net. Saved.
Alpha 54, Radosin, combining efforts, and that ball will hit the ground. Vitality. Match point.
It's a dogfight here. Vitality winning in the trenches. Zen getting his hands dirty, staying in the front of the rotation, opening up the gaps. And Karmine Corp, this time, they are the ones who just got denied. They had offense, they had opportunities, but then they started biting on the fakes. The fake challenges, they were catching them up. You saw the big one where Vatira, you thought he had the clear. Zen pulls off on the challenge. Oh, so good.
The first goal. After making that mistake, I can't get over it. I couldn't believe it. No timeout for Vitality. And we're immediately shown why Zen has been handling the nerves, dealing with the pressure, off the backboard solo attempt. And that's the first goal we get out of the game. What a statement from the young prodigy.
What no one really thought he could do. He won 4 straight tournaments, 3 regionals, Boston. And his team, him, Farah, they've all worked to get to this point. They are 1 game away, Turtles, from getting to another grand final, their 5th consecutive.
But you can't forget about Karmine Corp. Their journey so far has been a difficult one, but they've battled through every team they've faced. The winter major champs up against the spring major champs to make it into the grand finals. We're on match point for the first time in the series.
Itachi gets over 1. Itachi, he has been so good at protecting the retreat for K-Corp, keeping them alive on defense. Can he do enough to get them going more on offense? Vatira picks up a demo, but the shots are coming towards their net. Exotic also stuffing them.
So many opportunities for Team Vitality have actually started in the midfield. And they haven't been able to hold the ball in the corner, specifically because of Itachi and the work he's been putting in.
Or Vatira.
They start in the midfield. It could be dangerous. Alpha 54, of course, he's got it red.
Exotic protects the rock, creates some space. You see Vitality, they're sending the first man, no matter what. I don't care if you're taking the ball back. I'm full boost diving at you. You better be perfect.
It feels more risky from Team Vitality. Karmine Corp, I've only seen one play forward. Behind the ball, it's Zen.
Alpha with the shade! And Zen, the rookie, delivers the pain!
When you're as good as Vitality, you don't want to show your hand. Fake the shot and let the monster out.
We talked earlier that Zen had been shut down for a couple of minutes. We haven't really said Vatira's name in a couple of minutes either. Vitality have taken control. They have the first goal. They have the match in their hands. It's been a defense-first game, but K-Corp, they're looking closely after all the talk about offense versus defense. What's gonna win some of the championship? How about this kid Zen, but Vatira finally gets over it.
There's one person you want to step up. It's this man behind the ball. Vatira over to Itachi. Shot denied.
The shot's gotta be better than that for K-Corp. You can't just hit it right into Vitality. They gotta, you make them work for it. But K-Corp, here they go again, they're not done. Oh, up on the catch, Vatira. Starting to get mechy now. A little bit of space creating it. Exotic stuffing them. No transition for Vitality. Radosin's got to work.
It feels so necessary. Somebody has to show up. It has been Vatira as of late, even in this series. The second game for KC, he had a ridiculous performance. Shot to the right side. Radosin finds the save. A lot of pressure for Team Vitality. The ball out of the play, and Itachi sends it home.
If you can't beat him, bump him!
And a tied-up game we got.
Batira has the beast awoken here with a goal for K-Corp. The K-Corp side is alive. Batira against Zen. He's still got the 50. He's still got 70. But 2 Vitality members to beat. He can't do it. Exotic can't get back to his touch. 10 crashes in front. Radosa picks up that midfield boost, but K-Corp win the midfield.
This is the first time in quite a while that Vitality have to take more risks on the offensive side. It looked like they wanted to cruise ahead on match point with that 1-goal lead, but now they got to start sending a couple of more players forward.
Vitality are happy to let Zen start an air dribble from his own box. Confident they can grab that read they have every time. Zen's still beating their first defender though. All it takes is another bump from either team. We either end the match or we go to Champions Field. No follow-up, Itachi's there.
This is where they can start something that could end a game. Itachi over to Batira, who's waiting Radosin. Now the follow-up is not in time, and it bounces up for Alpha.
He's got another touch, Alpha, but Batira ran it right way. Here's Zen, up high, takes it up, Zen, across. Oh!
Can they extend their lead? Insurance would be huge for Vitality. This might be the end of the series.
Oh!
Match point.
It's wide open!
It's a wide open shot. He hits it! Alpha 54 with the follow-up.
The champion! The insurance! The Vitality fans can feel it. 35 seconds.
Got it up in the air.
K-Corp, they need a miracle now.
2 goals in 30 seconds. We've seen crazier things happen before, but not under this pressure, Torby.
Exotic trying to get up for Alpha. This might be a chance for Itachi. He can't force the 50. Batira was playing close, and now they've lost the ball. A demo, there's no time on the clock. They need a goal with time left.
Gotta be it.
Batira's gonna try it.
It's gotta be Batira.
Batira forcing it. No shot can come. Exotic another one.
6 seconds to go. Huge clear. Assurance for Team Vitality.
The Swarm have overtaken the blue wall. Torby Corp has fallen.
Versus Goliath, Titan versus Titan, France versus France. This series was
Even the most piercing blades can be blunted, rusted, unsecured, or even fall among the twisted metal scattered on the floor. Cue the steely-tongued assassin. His dreams of restoration, almost there already, yet still so far away. Can glimmers of past glories become more than ancient stories? That is on a knife edge.
The reigning champs trying to go back-to-back. They've got one more match to go before they get to play for the title of world champion. And truly, we keep saying they're the reigning defending. They are kind of defending. They're not really defending until they make it back to the final.
Yes, that's true. They haven't defended the title yet. I guess they're always kind of defending it throughout.
They
the
are
tournament.
reigning, but
when you have one life.
If they were to lose
Semantics. But Vitality's also Supreme Major Champ, so, you know, whatever. Hey, it is what it is. We got a lot of champions around here, but the one champion we don't, I think, is Team Liquid, and they're going to try and bounce back and try and finally see that potential. But on the BDS side, reigning champs, a lot of people thought they wouldn't even be here. Then that Rise roster move comes in, and it changes everything. Spring, they pop off. They're a top 2 team behind, of course, a perfect Vitality, and they make it straight to the main event, which was absolutely huge for them.
There's not many players I feel you can say genuinely have elevated every single roster they have played on. Rise is one of those.
Yeah, maybe he is the only one. that has left
Not
that
many
many teams and joined them. BDS, they're one game away from being right back from where they were last year, and it's very reminiscent of what they pulled off last year. After winter, they made a roster change. They picked up Seiko. After winter this year, they picked up Rise and are one game away from a grand final berth again.
Well, folks, it's time to get those teams out there. We got 2 more matches to play before the season is over and the trophy is lifted. Team Liquid. Few people, I think, expected them to look this strong at this stage.
It's the potential. They've been so close so many times before, but they've never... They need to show everything now. This is their moment to show that they're one of the best in the world.
Many teams, many people, many analysts, fans around the world didn't have them going this far, but they have lived in the shadows this whole time.
Far below the surface, something sinister is stirring. Beneath the light and the life, beneath the furthest reaches of our own imaginations, where reality and myth fuse to make legend, abyssal pressure forging creatures battle-hardened as the purest diamond. This resides even beyond that.
Now Matira launching towards the backboard of Chronic. Meet the first attacker, Oski. The pass!
An ancient, biding time for generations, at long last awakens.
Vitality, can they get control of this bump back from a towel as he takes control? Are you kidding me? Is it really happening? It's really happening!
So look, if you dare, stare into the eyes of what lingers when you're down in the trenches of Europe's depths.
Introducing first on the blue side, the team of Atto, Chronic, and Oski, the Soggy Squires, Team Liquid!
see this roster form, and they've always battled the very best, but have always fallen short. Go back to the Spring 22 Major Champions Field. They lose to Moist in 5 games. Moist goes on to win that tournament. Then we go to the Fall Major. Gen G, Champions Field. They lose. Gen G, Fall Major champions. Winter Major, K-Corp in 6 games. K-Corp goes on to win the Winter Major. But this doesn't work with the Spring Major. They lost to Gen G, so it falls a little bit short that you lose there. But
They got the warm-up going too.
the potential is there for Team Liquid. They always battle against the very best, but they have always fallen short. Now could be that time where everything changes.
And I think you're on the money. They always battle the best, and they're one of the few teams in Europe who I would always say have a shot.
Yeah.
That's got to be probably the biggest praise I could give anybody in a region as stacked as Europe with Karmine Corp, BDS, Vitality, and everybody else there. I'll always say, yeah, Liquid could do it.
Can we talk about the fact that this is 3 World Championship rookies?
It is 3 World Championship rookies, but they're not phased at all, man. I mean, they came onto the scene. They had just turned 15, Ado and Oski respectively, and then they made noise. Won regionals back all the way last year. Like, they're not phased about any of this. And also, they're stretching. They're having a good time. They're just here to have fun, here to gain experience, and here to play upset to the reigning world champions.
And their opponents on the orange side, Rise, Seiko, Monkey Moon, the reigning and defending champions of the world, Team BDS!
They've hit their stride right at the perfect moment, and that's what champions do. BDS, I believe they've been getting overlooked by the likes of Vitality, overlooked by the likes of Karmine Corp, but people, I think we forgot it. They made it straight to the grand finals back in Boston. They're the reigning world champions, and Seiko is the reigning world champion MVP and Rookie of the Year, and he's been performing at this land so far.
And they're going to have to work hard here against a team like Liquid. You can look at that series against G2 and say, maybe you got away with a few things. If there's anything to say about Liquid, they're not going to care about whatever you're about to try. You got to come out there. You need to play your best game. Liquid would absolutely punish you because they're not concerned about what you're going to try to do.
You're right on the money right there, Cheese, because Liquid, they've taken and revolutionized the way they play. They have the mechanics, but they've also brought and attained the NA physicality. Ado and Achronic with 29 demos respectively. G2 was not pushing BDS like this Liquid squad is about to. So it'll be interesting to see how that man right there, you can call him Mr. RLCS, he's been around since RLCS. He hasn't been losing. He's been straight winning, and he's been in the gym. He holds down that back line. Can he avoid Ado when he comes straight for him?
He's been dominating for the past 3 years, and if he wins this World Championship, you gotta put him as one of the greatest of all times. Monkey Moon wants another title.
He wants another one, and it's gonna be hard-pressed to stop him. Liquid, they're going up against one of the best teams. This team last year, you could argue they have the best player from last year, they have the second best player from last year, then they have a dude who's in the top 5 of last year. That is what BDS has cultivated right here since spring began. Liquid, on the other hand, they're all young guns. They stayed together since last spring, proving that you don't need to make roster changes to be efficient. You just have to keep on growing, keep on learning, and keep on having more faith and trust in one another to reach this point.
And I think a big series from Rise would go a long way here, because if you catch Liquid leaning a little bit, there's anyone that's just going to bust out apart from Oski, who will just come through and force you to respect his approach. I think Rise going to have a big impact on this series. If if they want to get to that grand final and go defend that title.
And let's not forget that fall and winter, Team Liquid was the #2 team in Europe. And then spring, they faltered a bit, fell down to #4. But they can definitely show that form again. Fall and winter was fantastic for them. So if they find that form just in time, they can definitely win this match.
Achieves, you're looking for Rise to have a big game.
Yeah.
From BDS. Who, on the side of Liquid, needs to match him?
I think you're probably going to have to look at a Chronic. I think if Rise is able to break through that midfield line again, it always comes back to that guy. He's deep back there. If Chronic is probably going to start this series off rather aggressive, try and go for 50s, but we've seen it throughout this tournament already. A Chronic starts losing some of those 50s, and he says, fine, beat me in the net. And when he does that, no one's been able to do it.
No one's been able to do it, but also he hasn't gone up against Seiko yet, who has been a man on a mission, still averaging, I believe, at least a goal per game. He's been efficient. Liquid and BDS, when they've had these two rosters, they've met twice. Liquid 4-0 them the first time, and that was BDS's first ever tournament with Rise. After that, BDS handled them right in the next one, 3-1. So there's 1-1 series right now. Be interested to see who makes it 2-1.
Can they do it, folks? Can Liquid knock out the reigning world champs? It's a tough ask. It is a tough ask, with especially how strong BDS looks. They look better and better as the tournament goes on.
I'll say this: Liquid has a really good chance of doing it, though. Just the way that they play.
It's scary.
It's so frustrating. I know to watch, so I know to play. It's got to be even more frustrating because they're constantly hounding you. We've been talking about it, Gibbs, Chiefs, where it seems like they've mastered it. The two people, y'all play kind of a 2v2, and never got like one that's wrong. That's either Addo or Chronic. I don't know if BDS can match it.
This can be close. Let's give it a close one.
The clock has started the countdown, and we will see these teams clashing momentarily, folks. The winner of this match gets to play for the title of world champion. Hashtag TL, hashtag BDS, depending on how you're feeling in the chat. Let us know who you think is going to win. And Mr. Bass, you haven't started off today.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll gladly start us off here. Liquid versus BDS, reigning world champs going up against the young pups. I do believe that Liquid plays a really good style, offense and defense. Combined BDS, they're just too solid, though. And I think the reigning world champions, it's only fitting that they go and defend their crown against the bees that are buzzing.
We haven't seen any upsets this entire main event.
We haven't.
I don't think it begins now. I don't. I really don't.
So you're saying there's not going to be any? Because there's not an upset between BDS.
Yeah, it's a coin flip. But
Vitality.
obviously, reigning world champs versus perfection. I like that story. So I'm going BDS here.
Oh, I hate to say it.
You hate to see it, the Liquid's going to do it?
Gibbs is right. He's on the money. It's so irritating. They're too good. I
can't do that,
Liquid.
man. Listen, Liquid ain't this far. I'll take Liquid. You can't go school across the desk at this point in the tournament. I'll take the baby buff.
Okay. And this is fair. We have looked down on them the entire season. We've been like, they're not going to be able to do this. This is the first season they're doing it. This is they're creative, but I don't know. It's too aggressive and stuff here. No, I do think they have made top 4. What a performance from Liquid to get to this point. It is worthy of the recognition at this point that if they have been able to win to this point, who's to say they can't do it one more time?
Yeah, who's to say they can? They have a good shot at doing it, taking out BDS right here.
Wow, this is actually very close in chat. A lot of Liquid fans from around the world tuning in to see if they can knock out the reigning world champs, folks. It's time to get the last semifinal of the day underway. And I'm excited to find out who is going to take on Vitality, folks. The top 4 of Europe are officially the top 4 of the world. But even amongst the most elite, you can still have overdogs and underdogs. The wave of rookies, their hope shines bright, but they have to go through the kings of the age, sovereign in their rule, and yet challenged into the ring once more. Only one step away from the greatest battle of the year, and yet it's the largest step of their lives. Liquid versus BDS for a shot at the title.
We have arrived at the final stop before the grand finals. Team Vitality eagerly awaits as the dark horse of Team Liquid try to knock out the defending world champions, Team BDS.
BDS chasing greatness. Liquid looking for their first world final. Both teams have just matched NA, and only one can fight for the spot against Vitality.
Now you said it, Corelli. Oski already getting an early shot, but Team Liquid
running through North America. This is their first time matching up against a fellow EU opponent.
This matchup has happened multiple times domestically throughout the regionals, throughout the season, and Liquid leads it 2-1 over BDS, but this is a different arena, a different space, and a different time. BDS taken down G2. Team Liquid have taken down Space Station. Both teams looking for a final.
Chronic was the player to step up early. Chronic has been scoring goals left and right for Team Liquid. We saw some incredible air dribbles early on. What will Chronic do now?
He was the star player for Liquid in the previous series, scoring 9 out of the 14 goals for Team Liquid, the spearhead of the offense. And he has to get going here against Team BDS, who's fielding a lot of pressure early on in the first minute.
We see Rise lead the way out. Atto trying to get out Seiko. Pop up, solo play from Seiko, going for the double tap, rebound out in front of net. Monkey Moon is not able to get around it. And Atto will take this upfield.
And a good look there from BDS though, and now maybe another chance here. Rise possibly had the flip, but couldn't get back to it either way. Noski looking for the offense. Team Liquid, they're a team that's so mechanical, so consistent individually. You have to be careful of all three players from Liquid, but you also have to respect their defensive work as well. You have to earn the goals against Team Liquid, and BDS trying to do just that.
Well, there's a demo from Oski. Atto lobbing it upfield. Seiko will pop it over. Monkey Moon streaking towards it, but Oski is able to tip it up and stay on the play. There's another demo in that. Atto, those demos, he has been ruthless with them this whole event.
Another one on Seiko this time, and BDS still very calmly are able to get out, unperturbed by the demos. Seiko takes a tough challenge. Monkey Moon flicks it on. Seiko, a good look here. Flip reset towards the net. Chronic breaks it up. Still dangerous. If BDS can put this one on target. Monkey Moon across the box. No one there to follow up. Liquid looking for a way out, but here comes Seiko again and deny.
Pressure not done yet. Monkey Moon with the center ball. Rise going for a double tap setup. Monkey Moon airborne, and Oski's able to tip it to the corner.
Good defense there from Team Liquid. Multiple setups coming from the corners and then across the box from BDS, and Liquid stood their ground. Now a shot denied by Rise.
Hard to believe half the game is already gone. This one has been mostly Team Liquid with possession, but we saw the threat that Team BDS can pose. Monkey Moon with a win. Chronic, not the ideal touch, but is able to follow up and stay behind it. Atto, panic kick out to the side. Now Seiko trying to pinch this off the wall. Popped up by Oski. Oski has a Chronic going for the bump. Monkey Moon dodges it. Ground pinch. Whoa. Monkey Moon. It's a good thing for Team BDS that Monkey was able to dodge that bump attempt.
And he's able to get out by himself as well. He's getting away from the demos. You can see the physical game coming out from Team Liquid. Seiko returns the favor. BDS trying to move up their line to the midfield, but this one's over Monkey Moon, and a Chronic has to let that one go, and you can still see Liquid chasing BDS into the box, even when they don't have possession downfield.
And a bump from behind by Atto. Atto flicking over that first layer of defense. Going for the pass into the middle. A Chronic on the dribble! A Chronic! He breaks the ice!
And so calmly, he took this one across the box. You can see Atto causing chaos here, but at the corner of the box, a Chronic walks it on in, and BDS are stunned.
And we continue to see that pattern of hot starts for a Chronic.
And they're gonna need it. You saw what happened to Space Station. Liquid grinded them out, slowed down a hot LJ, and BDS are walking into this in a similar fashion. They took down G2 comfortably in a 4-1 series. And now BDS playing from behind in the final minute.
Now in the BDS corner, a Chronic trying to do more work. Oh, he gets around the defender. This one's gonna go straight up. Oski, where is he at? He's here for the shot. It's a weak shot. To go. Ball still in the hands of Team Liquid.
Good work again from BDS. The in and out save. Now Seiko on the attack. Looking to break through that Team Liquid defense that has been oh so strong here in game one. Bending and not breaking. BDS have not found the crack quite yet.
This could be perilous here. Oski trying to get that over to the corner. Low boost situation. Atto on 0. Gets help from his teammates as they move upfield. Could be a chance for Monkey Moon. Controls it into a dribble. And there's a hit up straight off the ceiling.
It's
There's
a demo
in net. And that's going to be the goal for Team BDS.
The equalizer found for BDS, and it's the physical play again. Chronic was the one to pop this up, and Seiko says thank you very much. They take care of the last man, and with 16 seconds left, BDS back in the game.
And that is how much Team BDS wanted it. They sent 2 players to go for that demo. It was all in. Final 10 seconds. Team Liquid marching downfield. Atto slowing it down. Goes for the flick, but it's stopped by Rise. Rise staying in the play. Ball up high. Oh, it's heading towards net. Atto's gonna have to defend it. Almost a skip shot from Rise.
Rise was right there on that touch. He could have flicked that one on in. Instead, into overtime we go in game number 1.
Nice tip here from a Chronic going for the air dribble dunk. Rebound out to Oski. Oski, he's on a boost. Has to just float there as that ball is cleared out.
And you're seeing a lot of clears from BDS go straight back in the hands of Liquid. They're panicked, and they aren't getting the best touches on the ball out. Liquid have been able to stay back and receive those passes.
Oh,
Monkey Moon, drops the hammer, and Oski's there to make the save.
Oski is a big guy, and that's true in the back of the net. He prevents that ball from going in. Oski will have to do it once more, this time with some finesse. Ball pinched back towards Liquid's net. Chronic loses control. This is pinched off to the corner, but Atto going for the sidewall. Rise stops it. There's a hard hit to Atto. Atto on the redirect. Chronic going for a double tap setup, trying to keep Team BDS on their heels.
Oh, so close for Team Liquid, but BDS finding more and more individual space. You just saw Monkey Moon a moment ago. Seiko has had a couple forays into the Team Liquid side. This one comes back out to Monkey Moon. Oski's there, and a good challenge will slow down BDS. Another one goes straight to the BDS corner.
Rise. He's the mercenary of this Team BDS squad. Brought in for just one purpose, to help Team BDS win. And it seemed like it's all been going to plan. And now a chance for Rise to score, but that's immediately stopped now. Quick counterattack. Atto leaves it for Oski. Oski, the pinch goes across. Rise will try to pop it up. Gets it over to Seiko. Seiko airborne with a little bit of space, going for the 50, but doesn't hit it.
Liquid inviting Seiko in. He wasn't able to do much with it. Oski trying his luck against Monkey Moon, and that's a tough opponent to go up against defensively. Again, BDS long clears coming out. Here's Rise. He's got Seiko under, went for the shot, and Team Liquid denies.
Boom back downfield. Rise trying to control it. There's a rebound out to Seiko. Monkey Moon wins it for Team BDS in overtime.
The third man cleaning up for Team BDS, and in the chaos, Monkey Moon finds a win. BDS take game number 1.
Team BDS looked like they were on their back wheels for a little bit at the beginning of this game. Team Liquid possessing it. I mean, if you think back, really, it was 16 seconds left, I believe, on the clock. When we saw Team BDS throw 2 players at that defender in net for Team Liquid. They land the demo, they get the goal late, and now they convert in overtime.
We look at Team BDS's series against G2, and the notes I wrote down was it was methodical, it was controlled, they suffocated G2 out of that game. That's what it felt like from Team Liquid against BDS here, yet BDS are able to carve out 2 major goals with all the possession and all the control coming out from Team Liquid.
And you see on the Mobile 1 high performance replay, Oski jumping a little bit early, and that messed up his approach to that ball. And look at the numbers that Monkey Moon is throwing up.
8-32 is the score from Monkey Moon, and a well-deserved score there. 5 saves on his scorecard with 3 shots and, of course, a goal and assist there. But Monkey Moon certainly taking care of business, and, you know, for good reason. As the best player here on BDS, he just racks up the score and gets the job done on both sides of the field.
And depending on who you talk to, many will say Monkey Moon's still the best player in the world. And with a performance like that in Game 1, it's tough to deny it. Team Liquid have that reputation of losing to the team that goes on and wins it all. Will we see more of the same, or will this dark horse finally pull through?
Now Team Liquid, we talked about how great a Chronic was in the previous series. You look for them to step up just to deepen the score against BDS. 1 is not enough.
But still, it was a good dribble, and they had brought Team Liquid within seconds of winning. Atto, another one of those players that's been really turning heads Gonna need a performance here. Oski as well, that double flip reset against Complexity to win in Game 7. We know all these members of Team Liquid have greatness in them, but it's these moments that forge legends.
Now this one across the box, the demo opened up space for Macronic there. Team Liquid again getting that demo game going. That's three already from Team Liquid. And again, BDS, even with all the physical play, are able to deny Liquid on their attack. And here comes Monkey Moon, denied by Acronic.
Acronic gonna lob this across field. Rise gonna go up to the ceiling. Now going for a shot. Nobody's making contact. It's off the bar. How does that not go in?
It was too high from Monkey Moon, and he had space. He's gonna make amends here. Double flip reset, and Atto's there to clear it away. But it's not over yet. Rise trying to stretch out Acronic on the clear.
Atto, first touch controlling it, trying to dribble this through the corner, pass into the middle. Not gonna work out. Oski, he bails out of the play. Now diving in, going for the 50. Ryan trying to tip it around him, but Oski bullies him off the ball and steals that 100.
All of BDS are behind
big bump.
the play here, and everyone can go. Monkey Moon's the last man, but a quality clear. BDS, Monkey Moon, the shot off the crossbar. Is it gonna creep in? Rise punches it home.
Rise finishing this off, and you can see the confusion. It looks like Oski, we've seen already in this game. He's a bit hesitant to move up into that midfield. Team Liquid gives up that space, and Team BDS, they're going for the jugular.
And Liquid made the save on Monkey Moon's shot. Rise had to be there to put it in. It was not going in by itself. And BDS into the lead.
Back out to the middle. Atto up quick. Atto with a little bit of space. Beckoning in Monkey Moon. Now the bump attempt. You can see Oski again waiting to dive in, finally does so. Oski passed over to Acronic. Acronic denied by Rai.
And you can see how disciplined BDS are. They're all getting back. That's why Liquid are going for the demos, trying to remove the third player. They're all behind the ball every single time. It's so tough for Liquid to break through.
We see more demos from Atto. He's going on a demolition spree.
That's 5 from Atto in this game alone.
Will that pay off or not? We're yet to see it. Seiko getting bumped off the ball. And now another demo, but a response from Rise. Another demo from Atto.
7 now on Atto, or barely past halfway. And yet, Liquid scoreless here in game 2.
Only scored 1 last game. Team Liquid need that offense. Monkey Moon leaves it for Rise. Rise with a chip. It's up to Oski. Oski flip, reset, clear. Keeps on going, gets help. Now the shot. Monkey Moon jumping over the bump and getting the save. And breaking up that shot opportunity. Monkey Moon has been everywhere.
The defense from BDS has been so frustrating from Team Liquid. You remove players, it doesn't work. Individual plays, it doesn't work. Passing plays, they're not breaking through either. BDS have locked down their side, even with Team Liquid knocking on the door.
So thinking about going for the boost, recognizing he has to turn. Now a setup here for Team BDS, easily saved. But still, Team BDS trying to melt boost out of the tanks of Team Liquid. It's working so far. There's the clear. Oski catches it on the dribble, but he's dunked by Rise. Rise has been at the vanguard of these assaults and even the defensive efforts. There's demo from Atto, and a lead from Acronic. Tries to go up and threaten the bump. Still, Team Liquid not able to capitalize on that aggression.
And Oski wasn't able to put anything on target either. Ran out of boost and it got away from him. Now 8 demos for Atto here in game 2 alone. Just under a minute to go. Liquid, their 5 shots have been turned away. Acronic taking out Seiko, but still BDS coming away with clears, denying left and right. This could be it as Seiko can't handle it. He puts it off the crossbar. Acronic needs options. And again, Seiko comes through, but it keeps falling in the hands. There's the bump. Monkey Moon can't get there. And Team Liquid finally break through.
Oh, Atto has been demoing so many people this game, but it's Acronic who's the one who paves the way. Gets the bump on Monkey Moon. And Atto will convert in these final moments. Will we see a reverse script of game 1? Last game, Crowley, we saw Team BDS score late, win in overtime. But now they have a chance to score in regulation. Rise going for a tip up now off the ceiling. Monkey Moon! He overpowers the goal line once more!
You saw two from Team Liquid, but it's not enough to stop Monkey Moon. Top of the box, and it just gets by. Oski got a piece of it, but it wasn't enough. 17 seconds left, and BDS back in the lead.
Monkey Moon almost hit 1,000 points last game, scoring in these final moments. Monkey Moon showing that he truly is a champion. Chance for Team Liquid to tie this one up at 0 seconds, but Rise, he'll spear that one to the ground. Team BDS with back-to-back wins.
Man, a defensive masterclass from Team BDS, locking down their side, and everything, and I mean everything, from Team Liquid was thrown at BDS, and BDS stopped every single attempt. BDS, that defense has been frustrating for Team Liquid. They cannot break through enough. Again, held to one goal, and it takes a lot for Team Liquid to break through.
I mean, we've seen a lot of breaking. I mean, look at how many demos that Atto is able to accomplish, 9 demos. But despite all that, Team Liquid are going to call a timeout, and it was a much needed timeout. They will have to adjust this strategy. We can tell that they were hoping that more of the same would work for them. Let Atto go for the demos, open up opportunities for a Chronic to score. We didn't really see that. The only goal we saw from Team Liquid was when a Chronic landed that bump. We need to see more from Team Liquid, and Atto, he has incredible mechanics. Maybe they should free him up from going for some of these demos and let him try to take it to the air with some solo plays.
Well, it certainly is disrupting that BDS defense. And by the way, with all those demos, it was 9 from Atto. 11 is the record for an RLCS land. That was, you could probably guess, it's Calm. Got that one.
Shocking.
At a World Championship, it was actually Arsenal set here at this World Championship. So he just tied that record at a World Championship. And you might be right, James. As they take a timeout here, I'm curious if that is some of the talk. Clearly, it was a strat from Team Liquid. You don't have a player get 9 demos without, I think, talking about it. And he was doing it in the previous game as well.
And we actually have Leaf standing by with an interview.
I'm down here with Noah from Moist. Now, I need to get your thoughts on this match so far. Liquid being down, what's the analysis?
I think BDS are playing way more composed right now. I think Liquid need to kind of just chill out a bit and stick to their game plan. But I think if they really land those bumps, you know, Atto's been going crazy this event. I think if they can really disrupt BDS, they definitely have a chance. But BDS right now look like the more composed team.
Well, we'll see if that composure goes on through. We do have to get back to that match, because this timeout is about up.
And we heard in the interview with Atto, he said, we weren't ready last year. This year, we're ready. Well, were you ready for Team BDS?
Well, you're down 2 games in this best-of-7 in a World Championship semifinal. I don't know what can prepare you for this, but you gotta step up to the plate. The bridesmaids looking to be the bride here against Team BDS, and they're feeling that pressure right off the rip.
Chronic gonna punt that down, hoping Atto can do something with it. It's a high lob up in front of net. Monkey Moon will clear it out of danger. Right to Seiko. Seiko's shot will be deflected to the corner.
This one towards net. Chronic's gonna stretch out. BDS have come out a little bit hotter, a little bit quicker. Team Liquid trying to find some composure here. Rise, a pass out to the box. Osti's not set. Here comes Monkey Moon. Slotted to the right. You knew that one was going in, and BDS into the lead.
Wonderful finesse here from Rise. Look at that, a light tap. Knows Oski can't challenge that. Oski tries to jump, but Monkey Moon with all that space out in front of net, that is a hopeless situation for Team Liquid.
You knew it was a tough situation when Oski couldn't challenge immediately. It allows Monkey Moon to come in and pick his spot. First minute is looking to go the way of Team BDS. This one just wide. As Liquid need a response, they've been held to 1 goal in every game. And now a bit of confusion as everyone backs off. Monkey Moon says, sure, go ahead. We've stopped you so many times. This one's dangerous, as Monkey Moon picks up the slack.
And we have seen that hesitancy from Oski, trying to rotate in, not wanting to overdo it, not wanting to overcommit. The Team Liquid need to throw everything at Team BDS now. Seiko. Over to Rise. Rise up in the air. Shut down by Acronic, but rebound out to Seiko. Tip over to the corner by Atto. Oski moving in, he's beat to the ball. Atto with a lob up, trying to find Oski, but Rhines is there to intercept. Gets it down to Seiko. Seiko, light shot, keeps following it. Knew that clear was going to be tipped out to the corner, but it didn't work out.
Another demo for Atto. Chronic wants it himself. He's just got Rise. It's over Rise. And Seiko and BDS, they race back. And again, options run out for Liquid.
Atto up against Rise. Rise will tip it right back down. Monkey Moon moving in with the 50. Oski finally with some space off the ceiling, going for the dunk, but nobody makes contact on the ball and the play just fizzles out.
Space here for Seiko. He gets over one. Has to take the challenge with Oski, who denies him all the way to the other side. And Chronic was there. Monkey Moon trying to push it away. Atto went high and is met by Rise. BDS looking for a way out. Seiko looking to slice and dice as both go from Acronic and Oski. Space here for Monkey Moon. Lets it drop and no one there to follow up.
You saw Monkey Moon run out of boost, but it worked as a fake. Two went from Team Liquid. So Team Liquid, despite Monkey Moon not hitting it, weren't able to clear it out until just now. Rise bumped off the ball. Chance for Acronic. Acronic going high, still in the air, wanted to bump Seiko off the ball, but Seiko still makes the play.
And it wouldn't have mattered. Monkey Moon got the demo on the third man. There was no follow-up there for Team Liquid. It was goal or nothing. Just over 2 minutes. BDS once again locking it down. It's a back pass on target on their own net, and Seiko is pushing it away. Now Monkey Moon to the midfield. Team Liquid trying to pick this one up, trying to find somewhere to squeak through the defense on this orange side, but BDS in full control defensively.
Good jump by Oski, however, Monkey Moon picking up the pieces for Team BDS, and a miss from Acronic. Atto helping out there. That one could have been bad for Team Liquid. There's another shot.
It's in.
Four down. Monkey Moon. He never quit.
And he never misses. 2 for 2. Monkey Moon putting this one away. BDS better for it off the crossbar, and those are the shots that Team Liquid are looking for. But the defense of Team Liquid can't hold up to Monkey Moon's shots.
Team BDS are just not giving rebounds. We've seen Team BDS score on rebounds that Liquid's given up, but the defense so tight for Team BDS. They're supporting each other so well. Rise denying that backboard there, and now pushing upfield, gonna go for a ground pitch. That's stopped by Oski, but picked up by Seiko. Seiko, though, demoed, of course, by Atto.
Oh, and Monkey Moon tried to get another piece of the defense. Rise was trying to whip around. Here's Acronic, lots of space in front of him, as he's got Seiko and Rise to contend with Oski, trying to get into the mix. Just over a minute now. Team Liquid have nothing to show for here in Game 3.
BDS has just been better, faster, stronger. BDS, it looks like they are well on track to defending their title.
The discipline from BDS is earning them these wins. Monkey Moon earning himself a hat trick. This guy is unbelievable.
Monkey Moon is in champion form. All those people out there talking about Zen, talking about Vatira, well, don't forget about Monkey Moon.
Y'all forgot, and he's making you think about it. Make you remember, as that might be one to remember, as Monkey Moon can't get back, and Team Liquid finally get on the board.
A glimmer of light. Oski able to score quickly off kickoff. We'll need to see more kickoff magic. We want Team Liquid to get back into this one. See what they bring. Good kickoff as well. Atto with a demo. Will be possession for Team Liquid. Acronic trying to force it on the side wall and stays on the ball. Could be a chance. Atto was not able to bump Rise, and Rise will stay behind that ball.
Yeah, Rise snuck up that post, got a second touch, straight to Oski, who again is multiple times, James, running out of boost on the air dribble, on the carry. Now Rise, a second touch on that pass, and BDS marching to victory here in Game 3. They gave up one again, but that's all they've afforded to Team Liquid.
Despite all the demos that Team Liquid are throwing at them, BDS just keeps coming back.
What a series so far from Team BDS. There's an expectation that comes with this name in Rocket League. You've seen it over the years. You go back even 2 years ago, the dominance they had in Europe, the World Championship they had last year, and now in this semifinal up 3-0 against Team Liquid, looking to have back-to-back Grand Finals Worlds appearances.
And somebody asked me right before we went on, Corelli, who is the greatest player of all time besides Turbo and besides K-Dop, of course. And well, right now, Monkey Moon, if he continues with this level of performance, his name might have to be the answer. What he has done in this series has been remarkable for Team BDS. A hat trick in this game alone. Over 800 points before. Monkey Moon has been on fire.
You just look at his legacy so far on this team. He's got a major win in the fall of last year. He's got a World Championship title. That's 2 lands in the open era. And he's looking to go back-to-back here. And 2 Worlds wins in the open era. That puts you in the conversation instantly.
It might just take the #1 spot to do what Monkey Moon might do. It is unthinkable, really. Team BDS, they made that change. They brought in that rookie of Seiko. Seiko, with Team BDS winning the World Championship, showing us the greatest rookie season we've ever seen. Team BDS, they dropped Mark for that, and now they swapped out Extra for Rise. It helped them get to this very stage.
Yeah, you can see the immediate improvement on BDS. The second Rise joined. And now BDS 1 game away from another appearance in a World Final, but they got to get through a stingy Team Liquid who marched through their quarterfinal, and they have struggled to break through BDS, but this is the time to step up to the plate if you're Team Liquid, and you've got to slow down Team BDS.
Oski finally getting some space here. We'll poke it out for some space. Going for the double! Bang! We've seen greatness from him before, and we see it again!
You saw him at the Spring Major. He got a lot of space just like this, and he finally found it against Team BDS, dropping it down, and Liquid, that's the type of play to get your team going.
When there's not space that you can find, you've got to make it, and that is what Oski did. Another demo from Atto. Rise, flip, reset, pass over to Monkey Moon. Blocked out by Acronic. Team Liquid are not giving up. There's still life left in them. There's more demos left in Atto.
Atto, I believe he had about 6 in the last game, if I remember correctly. Well, and he'll pay his dues there to Rise. He has been a menace against Team BDS, and I love the demo game. It's one of the strongest things you can do in Rocket League, removing a piece of the equation out of the game for a second or two. And right now, I have to say, James, it has not been paying off for Team Liquid, but he has not quit on removing those pieces of BDS. And here they come on the offense. Seiko off the ceiling and looking for more. As BDS very happy to control this and play at their pace.
And we've seen that from Team BDS before, even from Rise, where he takes that ball, makes the back pass. We see Team BDS have that space, whereas Team Liquid's been all go, go, go. And they've not been able to break through Team BDS very many times. They did it now, thanks to that solo play from Oski. And they hold on. Team BDS looking to break out. Monkey Moon beat by Atto. Atto, flip reset, looking for Oski. Oski's shot will be stopped by Seiko.
Team Liquid looking to knock on the door. The man on the goal line was removed by Oski, and BDS again able to get out. Chronic not going to get the touch. Here comes Seiko on the drive, and it was weak.
And that was a golden opportunity. That chance goes begging. Seiko thought he would get more power on that shot, but fortunately for Team Liquid, they get out with one there. Team BDS now playing defense. Team Liquid. What can they do? Hit to the backboard by Oski. Oski not able to steal that 100. Rise is there and uses it now to try to get out, but leaves the ball. Acronic jumps on it. Acronic bumped off the ball. And now Seiko hoping to clear it downfield. Acronic's way out of the play. This puts pressure on Atto. Atto will get it high over to the corner. And now a demo. Looks like it might have been a trade. Rise. Straight up the gut. Oski heavy first touch. Has to go for a 50. Monkey Moon tips it by a Chronic and now gets the pass over into the middle.
Oh,
double commit, but Rise will get the double.
You thought it was a double commit. It was just Rise confirming. Seiko pulled off and a double tap to follow up.
BDS find the equalizer here with 1 minute and 33 left on the clock. They've been very controlled here. Haven't seen rush at all, even with Team Liquid knocking on the door. Like I said before, Team BDS has been playing at their own pace and it's been paying off.
Playing composed. Rise, one of those players that you know plays with great composure on LAN. 6 times before this, he's made it to an RLCS LAN stage. 4 times he's made the grand finals. And it looks like he might be 5 for 7.
Such an amazing stat. BDS, the last minute of Game 4 upon us. Looking to end this series in a sweep. Team Liquid looking to stay alive. But here comes BDS again, 2 go. Rise and Monkey Moon. Seiko commits as well. Everyone racing back on the BDS side. Liquid trying to go on the counter, but Monkey Moon denies.
And it's crazy. Team BDS can double commit and still Team Liquid are not able to break out of their half. Oski, clear out to the corner of Chronic. Good beat there over Rise. Takes out Seiko, but it's right over to Rise who goes for another double tap. This one cleaned up by Monkey Moon. Huge save by Atto.
Team Liquid having to play with some fire there, and now a Chronic trying to return the favor. BDS back. You have to be creative here if you're Team Liquid. You felt a lot of pressure from BDS. Here's a Chronic, who's to work with. Looking for more as Rise and easy clear, but wait a minute, it fell down and Atto trying to keep this play alive, but overtime's looming.
Monkey Moon will have one last shot on this. Over to Seiko. Seiko off the backboard. Oh, this one's on target. Rise will get it off his own backboard. A Chronic keeping it in play. Monkey Moon now in his own corner. Oski with a hit down to the ground, and we've got overtime once more.
Your final life for Team Liquid. 1 goal separates an extension of this series and the end of your season.
See Seiko trying to break up that clear attempt. Rise, flip, reset. It's awkward for Oski. He misses. Monkey Moon scores! And Team BDS will ascend to the final level!
A blunder from Oski. Just when you thought he was gonna make the save, you saw Seiko throw his headset down. Clinical, surgical from BDS as they march to a grand final.
Team BDS, it is hard to believe after the start of the season they had that they, 1, made the World Championship, and 2, that they've made it all the way back to the grand finals. This has been a season of ups and mostly downs for Team BDS, but this moment, this weekend, today, the next match is what every player in Rocket League aspires to attain. An appearance and a chance to win it all, win the Rocket League World Championship.
The pinnacle of your career. And now BDS, 2 of those players, they've done it twice. The second time now